You're joking, aren't you? It's the Teesside Chef. Today I'm bringing you the most popular Chinese takeaway that the famous TV and YouTube chefs will never make for you. The British beige and beautiful chips, egg fried rice and curry sauce. And this crazy carb combo has been the go-to Chinese takeaway for the chronically unadventurous for decades in the UK. So let's start by cutting some floury potatoes into thick chips. And always use slightly more potatoes than you think you'll need for reasons that will become apparent. I'm making triple cooked chips which start their journey in a pan of generously salted, gently boiling water for around 10 minutes or so. And look, I understand that watching potatoes boil isn't terribly exciting, so here's a picture of a dog with a pair of sunglasses on its ass to keep you all engaged. And after 10 minutes of cooking and their subsequent draining, the potatoes should already be a little starchy around the edges like this. But once cooled, I like to rough them up a little bit more. You will lose some of the potato doing this, which is why we need more than we think we'll need at the start, but we want our chips to have all gnarly edges like this, which will crisp up smashing when fried. And once the roughed up potatoes have cooled fully, we can fry them for 10 minutes at 140 Celsius, and that's around 284 Fahrenheit. If you're frying in an open pan like I am here, please make sure you don't overfill your pan with oil, and after 10 minutes, the chips should have a very light golden colour, which means we can get them out and decant them to a tray or plate covered with kitchen paper, where they can drain a bit and cool fully. And while they cool down, we can prepare the rice. I have around 500 grams of cooked and cooled rice here, and I'm going to prepare it before cooking by first gently separating it. I don't want to do this while it's in the pan and cooking because I don't want to break up the rice too much if I can help it. Take a little taste test before seasoning with salt as required, and a very important ingredient for an authentic flavour, a good pinch of MSG. Along with some pepper, black here for me, but Chinese cooking often uses white, so it's up to you. 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, but you can use a little bit more if you like, and then mix the whole thing together with a light hand. And doing all this first just makes your life easier when you come to cook the whole thing. Let's get the eggs in. 500 grams of rice is roughly 2 portions, so 1 egg per portion. You don't want to beat too much air into the eggs, so lightly whisk with a fork and season lightly with more salt and MSG. The rice will only take a couple of minutes to cook, so let's first get our chips in for their final fry at a temperature of 175 Celsius. That's around 350 Fahrenheit. We'll need around 6 or 7 minutes probably, and we're looking for a very deep golden colour, and all those starchy, roughed up edges will be crispy and crunchy. So let's get on with the rice now in a hot pan with a neutral oil. First you want to go in with your eggs, and you're supposed to do this at a high temperature that will form ribbons as you stir, but I don't really want to overcook the eggs, and we're just going to break them up anyway, so I don't worry too much about being technically perfect here. Once the eggs are cooked but still soft, I go in with the rice and then whack the temperature up, allowing the rice to heat through quickly, ideally catching and browning a little on the pan. Some recipes will add garlic and or spring onions before the egg, so you can do that if you like, but my Chinese takeaway back in the day would never add anything green or faintly associated with the French for fear of putting off their more conservative clientele. Quick taste test to check for seasoning, and then finish with a drizzle all over of sesame oil. Now, I would be delighted to hear from you if you ever ordered this wonderful carb combination from your local Chinese takeaway, because I don't think a lot of people will believe that this is actually a really popular takeaway choice, but there's just something about the combination of the crispy, crunchy chips, the soft, comforting rice, and the gloopy, spicy, robust Chinese takeaway curry sauce. Link coming up for that, of course. And that is why the British are the renowned culinary leaders of the world. And it's not even close. See you next time, eh? Ta